Hi, I'm Blacklist Dan. I'm the first guy in the UK to build a Need for Speed M3 GTR. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to run you around the car and show you exactly what I've done to get it to this standard. So without further ado, I'll show you the car. So bear with me. There she is.
Yo, first things first, it's time to shake ground in the 8th round. Box battle will break down.
So to get this car to the standard it is today, it's took me 2 years to do it. It's took a lot of time, it's took a lot of resources and money at the same time. But it's been worth every moment of doing it. I've enjoyed the build, I've enjoyed everything. So I'm going to show you a step-by-step guide on how I've done this. And first of all, I'm going to start with that exhaust, because that is just ridiculous. So here's the start and finish. Okay, so just like the GTR race car, we had to cut the big square piece out from behind the seat so that the exhaust could come and sit level with the sill and the tips could sit level as well. Then we had to replace it with the big box section that was welded in place to keep the strength of the car. Okay guys, so what I'm going to show you now, I'm going to show you exactly how we've done the cutout in the floor. So in the picture that you saw, there was a massive gaping hole, but I can't really lift up all the carpet for you, but I can show you the best I can. So this is the matting that we put down, proper heat-proof matting. We've got a massive plate welded across where that hole used to be. So it's structurally sound again now, everything's good. Obviously we've still got the hole behind there, but we needed that for the exhaust. It's structurally sound though, so there's no issue with that. And with the exhaust as well, if you noticed in the picture, there was only one pipe coming through to the back, to this little box here. So what we had to do, we had to bring the two pipes into one and then we back into two here. The reason why we've done that is to counterbalance the back pressure in the exhaust, because we've got no back box and we've got no centre box as well. So in order to keep the back pressure and stop the car from bogging down when you put your foot down, we've had to restrict the exhaust gases by doing that. So I'm actually going to show you now how loud the car is. So if you're watching this on like with headphones in, I'd suggest you take the headphones out quickly. So yeah, that's how the exhaust was done. Sorry if that was a little bit too loud. Next step, I'm going to show you the interior, what I've done to the interior. As you can see, I've got the Sparco circuit bucket seats, quite comfy, the grip, but it's more of the carbon things that I want to show you. I've got fully carbon door cards, carbon trim surrounds, carbon trim on the steering wheel. Obviously this one's carbon as well. But in the back, got the cute little fire extinguisher. I've got a half cage bolted in and a false floor that I've built myself. It's pretty neat, to be fair. It covers everything, so you can see right through to the back. But I'll show you the little step-by-step guide that I've had to do with that as well.
Yeah! Turn me up! Yo! My crew is all fired up. Y'all better just rise up.
Hey guys, so the next thing I want to talk to you about is this body kit. So I've got a friend over in Russia who builds these body kits for a living, and as you can see from this, the quality of his work is next to nothing. He's gone through a lot of effort building these kits. It actually took him 9 months to build this kit, because he only built them for the normal E46 body, and the M3 body is a bit wider. So we had to make some modifications to this kit so it would fit my car. So the kit itself, like I said, it's flawless. I can't knock it at all. But the only difference that it has compared to the real race car and the one from the game is these fenders. They should sit a lot higher, and the kit itself isn't as wide as the actual race car. But I can see why he's done the fenders a lot lower, because it's just not practical for road use having the fenders that high, because it means the car would sit lower at the back. So this car is actually road legal over here in the UK. It's got a valid MOT and it's passed its emissions. So I can use this on the road, and having the car sit that low, it's just not practical. So I'm quite glad he's done it like that. The other thing that I want to talk to you about as well is the spoiler, because I've had a few people ask me where they get the spoiler, how do I get it so accurate to the game. And what I've done, I've actually brought this spoiler from APR Performance. It's a Camaro GT 250 spoiler, and I've had to make some modifications to it because these supports here, the bottom of it ends about here usually. So what I've had to do, I've had to cut it from here to the top of there to make it look more like the GTR spoiler. But that's about as accurate as I can possibly get it. The body kit itself, it's accurate as well. Apart from that, I've had to have a full respray on this car. I was hoping that I could get away with it, but there was just too much of a risk. So the body kit and the car itself had to be sprayed together. So it went all silver. I'm going to show you some pictures of that now actually. So I think it looks a bit better, to be fair, without the livery on, but to keep it true to the game, I've had to put the livery on it. So I'm going to show you the pictures now of the body kit when it was on the car before and after paint. So there you go. So when it came back from the paint, I wasted no time at all. I wanted to get it wrapped, but at the same time I had to wait a while for the paint to set. So if I put the wrap on too first, it would have lifted the paint, and I didn't want that to happen. So I had to wait a while, then I wrapped it. And here's a few pictures of the wrapping process of what I've done. I haven't got many pictures, but here's a few pictures of the wrap itself when I was pulling it on. Okay, so that sums up the bodywork side of things. I'm just going to quickly show you the wheels. Now these wheels are built by a company called Rogue Engineering in America. They're about as accurate as you can actually get to the GTR race wheel. Besides, they're not center locks, unfortunately. And I have to run a massive ugly spacer in them. So that's the downside to it. But the upside, they're chunky wheels. As you can see, they're absolute monsters. And they're about as accurate as you can possibly get. So the wheels themselves, I can't really knock them for what they are. They're good wheels. And the other thing I want to talk about, what I've done to the car, besides the coilovers that I've put on, I've put this big brake kit on there. So that's from AP Racing. There's 6-pot brakes in the front, well, the calipers, and the 4-pot calipers on the back. So it stops on its arse. It's brilliant. The last thing that I want to show you guys for now is the engine bay. I haven't done much to it, but it's what I'm about to tell you now that will get you excited. So open. Ta-da! So as you can see, it's just a standard S54 M3 motor in there, but the plans that I've got, which will be happening quite soon actually, I'm putting the S65 M3 engine in it, which is out of the E92 M3. So this is going to be ripped out, and we're putting the V8 in it to make it more accurate from the game. So it's actually a 4-litre V8 as well. So that's going to be put in there, and that's going to be in my next upcoming videos. Probably not my next video, but it will definitely be in one of the videos. So keep a lookout for that, because it's going to make it as accurate as it can possibly be. So unfortunately, that is the end of the video, but that was my step-by-step guide on how I've built this car. Over the next upcoming months, I will be posting the video to do with the V8 swap, and it's worth hanging around for because this thing is going to be a beast once it's done. So if you've enjoyed this video, can you please like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Thanks guys.
Like Porsche pull up, Air Force footer, automatic wrist it, therefore shook up, causing a stir. Every time I push up,